Hey guys, welcome to MMA Insider, where we talk about anything and everything related to MMA. In this video, we'll look at the infamous sneaker deal between the UFC and The Rock. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, according to Dana White, would have done well in the UFC. The promotion recently inked an agreement with The Rock, which means that all UFC competitors will now wear the actor's signature Under Armour sneakers throughout the promotion's events. The Rock is an outstanding athlete, having previously played professional American football and wrestled professionally. The actor is a huge UFC fan and was extensively involved in the BMF title battle between Jorge Masvidal and Nate Diaz. Apart from being the most talked about figure in WWE and Hollywood recently, Dwayne Johnson is also making waves in the MMA world. The Rock's brand, Project Rock's partnership with the UFC, has landed him in hot water with numerous people and fighters. Many UFC fighters have been criticizing Johnson over his brand's footwear and the UFC partnership in recent weeks. However, one more warrior has voiced his opinion on the subject. Terrence McKinney, a UFC lightweight division competitor, recently took a jab at Dwayne Johnson by tweeting about the Project Rock UFC partnership. On the social media platform, he responded to a fan who had responded to his previous tweet. A fan inquired about the potential blowback he would face if he tweets about the deal on Under Armour's Project Rock. McKinney, on the other hand, claimed that he's prepared to face the wrath and criticism for his post. Furthermore, he only desired that Johnson pay the fighters to advertise his business. He wrote, "I gotta risk it. I can't sit around and let stuff like this happen to us. The Rock is literally no different than the faceless company Crypto.com, except they don't pretend to care about fighters. I was hoping Dwayne would be different when this nice guy thing was real." McKinney recently tweeted about Dwayne Johnson's Project Rock and UFC partnership. In the tweet, he respectfully requested Johnson's support for the fighters. McKinney believes that if the Great One values the sport, he should have struck a fair contract that benefits everyone. The rising lightweight prospect resorted to Twitter to express his displeasure and urged The Rock to support the fighters. He wrote, "Hey brother, The Rock, if you're a fan of what we do, make the deal favorable for the ones modeling your shoe. I get it, it's not your fault or your business doing it to us, but show us the love you think you are. Get in our corner and support us." McKinney's post went viral. This is what he had to say. "My tweet to The Rock about his shoes went viral, and Sports Illustrated even wrote an article about it, but he never replied to me. At least he's able to tweet about penguins and wrestlers from the 80s, though." He is, however, not the first UFC fighter to take aim at Dwayne Johnson. Nate Diaz has already criticized the former WWE star for his footwear and UFC contracts. Under a new sponsorship agreement, UFC fighters must wear Dwayne Johnson's Project Rock sneakers, but they will not receive any of the benefits from the lucrative contract. Diaz said during an ESPN interview ahead of UFC 279 while holding up one of Johnson's Project Rock sneakers in front of the camera, "These shoes effing suck. Look at these shoes. They made me put this shit on. F these shoes." Even though Diaz's statements were deleted from the official broadcast, the tape went viral once it was released anonymously to Twitter. The Project Rock arrangement appears to be part of the UFC's promotional guideline compliance scheme, in which competitors are paid a flat fee on fight week for adhering to the organization's outfitting regulations and doing mandated promotional responsibilities. The figure varies depending on how many fights an athlete has had in the UFC, or whether they are champion or title challenger for a specific event. It is worth noting that the UFC has historically had a stranglehold on its roster since its fighters are independent contractors with no union or association to collectively bargain for their rights. Unlike the great majority of sports leagues and organizations, where athletes receive anywhere from 47 to 50% of the sport's revenue, the UFC has traditionally compensated its fighters between 16 and 19% of the revenue. In 2019, the organization reported $900 million in revenue, but just 16% of that was distributed to the UFC's 600 combatants. In the NFL, for example, 2/3 of the money from jersey sales go to the players. It doesn't look fair when we see the stats. Do you think this deal was a good idea? UFC is in the news for fighters' pay, and this adds one more layer to it. Tell us what you think about it. If you like our content, make sure to subscribe and we'll keep you updated with the latest and most interesting MMA stories. What do you guys want to see next? Tell us in the comments below.